Hey guys, it's Megan from imamom2.wordpress.com. Did you like my car? It's a little outrageous for me, but my car's been in and out of the shop all week, and my neighbor is fantastic. She's the one that actually, sorry, I'm just going to turn the radio off. She's my neighbor that brings my daughter back from school every day so that basically I can't be in two places at once. That's what it comes down to. They won't let my daughter on the bus for my son, or with my son, because she doesn't have autism, and it's an autism specific bus for the autism specific class. So as a single mom, I can't be in two places at once. Sorry, just adjusting my jacket. And so my wonderful neighbor, she brings my daughter home so that my son can continue enjoying his bus, which he loves going. With my car in and out of the shop and my neighbor's son home sick, she has actually allowed me to use her car to take my daughter to and from school this week, which is extremely kind of her. So that's why I am in this like crazy pink zebra car. It suits her perfectly. It's not me. It has to be at least green for me. Anyway, there's my rambling. I'm actually here a few minutes. Sorry guys, I actually had to stop the video because it's on my cell phone and the mechanics called, and unfortunately not going to have a car this weekend, but I need to rent one, and they've already arranged for all of that for me, which is fantastic, because I have to go to my parents' place tomorrow for a family thing. Anyway, I'll do a whole update around the car in another video. What I actually wanted to talk about right now while I'm waiting for my son is I just had to submit one of those funding application forms that basically, I'll be nice, makes me feel like crap. It's for any of you that are in Ontario, you'll know what the Special Services at Home application is for. But basically it's set up in two different categories. One for personal development, if you need extra funding for specific services for personal development for a child with special needs. Or you can do what I do, which is for respite services. So that basically you can pay somebody to come in and help look after your child, because as we all know, a child with special needs, you can't just go and leave them with anybody, and you can't just pay, you know, some 12-year-old $5 an hour to come and look after your child. So unfortunately though, with this application in particular, you really have to state worst case scenario. Kind of every single barrier that you're up against in your life to be able to qualify for this funding. So I basically feel like I've been beaten up now. And this is just the application form. This is not even like me talking to somebody. This is just filling out the application form. You know, stating how little help there is, even though I have fantastic help for stuff like this. You know, at the end of the day, it's me 24/7. And there are just, most of the time, everything's good. You know, and I don't like putting on paper about how violent he can be and how I need extra help for that kind of stuff, and extra training and self-defense training, and you know, I don't like putting on paper the barriers. It's tough. It's tough to see it in writing. I guess it makes it real. When you're living it every day, you just kind of have a routine. You go. Hi guys. So I didn't realize when I filmed the other part of this video that my camera actually ran out on my cell phone. So hence different outfit now and everything, but I just tried uploading it and realized it had cut me off. So I'm going to try to pick up where I left off. So basically, at the end of the day, that funding application sucked. It's now a couple days later, and obviously I feel a little better, but it's still, as I already said, it's hard to put it on paper as to how kind of bad things can be, and kind of the worst case scenarios. It's so hard to write it down, to acknowledge it, to put it in on something that somebody else is going to see, to be able to determine whether or not my family needs extra help without having met us, which is really weird. They've never met my son. They've never met me. They've never met my daughter. They don't know what our situation is other than what's on that piece of paper. So it's tough. It sucks. Anyway, but I'd love to hear, and leave in the comments below if you guys ever feel this whenever you have to do different funding applications. I mean, granted, it's better than when you have to do a brand new intake with a new specialist. I rarely come out of those without crying in the parking lot afterwards. Anyway, primarily, and the big difference there is so much with a new specialist when you're doing the intake, is because they ask you all these questions. Sorry, I'm just going to switch hands here. They ask you all these questions about how, you know, your pregnancy was, and were there any issues there, and all this, and it always just seems like they're trying to blame it on something that I did wrong in my pregnancy, and it's like, no, it's genetics, stop it. Anyway, I'm sure I'll do a vlog if I have to do a new intake, because, you know, I want to get the real story out there as to what we go through that's different from other families. And yeah, so let me know in the comments below if you guys feel this same way after filling out funding applications, or if it's just me being weird. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys soon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.